Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. This song, first of all, capo fret 2. So before you start, make sure your capo's on the second fret. Hope you got your PDF file in front of you. And we're going to do this song over 2 videos. This video is going to be the melody, the intro riff, which is going to sound something like this. Which you can see I'm basically playing only with the middle finger. We need this to get the slides which we're going to demonstrate as we go through the video, but I'm going to play it now with a backtrack, which I'm going to send to you as a separate as well, so you can actually try and play this phrase with the backtrack like I'm doing over here. Okay, here we go. And then the singing starts. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to focus through on the fretting hand, because that's where all the main techniques are taking place. We've got them in small groups. It's basically a total of 5 different phrases, of which the last gets repeated halfway through the song, so you can actually ignore that part. First of all, the first phrase we're looking at, and the trick over here is you're going to hear the track count, and it's basically a 6 count. So you're going to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're into that beat there. And you can hear it one more time. Here's the click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the riff actually leads into the song itself. As a guitarist, we're introducing the rest of the band, if you want to see it like that. One more time up close. Open on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, open fret on the 3rd string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and slide. So slow motion, you can see here now. You could use the first finger, but I prefer the middle finger. It's nice and strong, it's nice for a bit of vibrato. And vibrato is when you do this. You can see my hands moving sort of gently up and down like that. And listen to the difference. This is without vibrato. And this is with vibrato. Okay, now the next phrase, there's a tiny pause, and it's going to sound like this, the next group. Now it starts at fret 2 on the 3rd string, with a slide to fret 4 again. Slides back to 2, open, back to 2, slide up again to 4, and slide back. So there's a little bit of repetition inside there. So one more time the second phrase. And if we put the first and second phrase together, it's going to sound something like this with the backtrack. Now I'd like you to try and play along with the video and along with me as well. So as you learn each phrase, you get to understand how it fits in with the rhythm section. Are we ready? Here we go. You can see the vibrato there, and everything so far only on the second finger. The important part with the slides is to make sure that you keep the pressure when you slide. If I relax pressure, this will happen. And you hear nothing. That's what happens if you relax the pressure. So you're going to maybe get a little bit of a dent in your hand. It won't cut you, promise. But keep the pressure when you're sliding. Now the next phrase, the third phrase, which is going to sound as a double slide 2 4 2 4, which is going to be like this. Everything taking place on the 3rd string. And if you want to, for that last one, you'll notice on the intro video I did this. So for the first time I actually used the first finger. That might be easier for you as well, so you got a little bit of choice over there. And now, as we promised, back to the beginning, and we're going to put everything together. Now notice the pause, that anticipation for the third phrase. If you come in too early, it's not going to sound cool. Are you ready for it? And there I intentionally went back to the second finger. We could have also gone, like we said, That's not a big deal. And then the last phrase is very easy. It's just the same 2/4 slide. And there I would definitely encourage to go back on the first finger. One more time. There's the first finger. And then the open third string. Okay, I'm going to play it one more time through with the beginning of the backtrack, and I would like you to try and play along with. Here we go. Now, if you've got an acoustic guitar, this is going to sound just as cool. Listen to this. So with an acoustic guitar, just to show that it is an acoustic, there we go. Okay, we need to press a little bit harder because generally speaking we'd find that the strings on an acoustic is a little bit thicker than that on an electric guitar for various reasons we're not going to go into right now. But it still sounds really cool on acoustic. In fact, some might argue that it sounds better on acoustic, so whatever works for you, it's going to sound good. One more time through from this angle just to get a better understanding. I'm using a pick for this, as you can see, the white pick there between my first finger and thumb. Be careful you don't hold the pick like it, very important. Always make sure you've got first finger and thumb holding it. And there's a technique later we're going to do where we actually use that middle finger that's moving there. We would do a double pick. But that's another study for another day. Okay, one more time with the backtrack and let's see how it goes from a different angle. And just to finish on the vibrato as well, there's no sort of set speed on how fast you should do the vibrato. And when we say speed with the vibrato, listen to this over here. Fast vibrato, slow vibrato. Do a combination of slow and fast. And it's quite cool. It gives a nice sort of anticipation, nice sense of rhythm, a nice dynamic that you can't do on a piano, for example. Okay, so try and get the vibrato. Play with the speed. You can do a wider vibrato. Wider means it's very pronounced. It's a bit of an overkill for that, but there are songs that actually do want that overkill sound, and we can get a subtle one, which for this song works really well. Hope you've enjoyed it. If there's any questions, please feel free to send me a WhatsApp. And the second video, as promised, will have the chords. Don't forget your capo though. Thank you.